And you know, Jupiter being in Virgo, you're going to have to learn on top of learn. Not only is you going to be placed in situations, because Jupiter also is the planet of experience. So not only is you going to have to witness experiences in life where people may turn on you, criticize you, go into detail how fucked up you is about something. People couldn't wait for this moment. But like I said for the previous two signs, these actual moments is happening to you. So these is experiences you're going to experience. Then by your sun squaring Jupiter also, you're going to have to learn on top of learn. You're going to have to learn from these situations. Learn who you're around. Know what to do and what not to do. Learn what to say and what not to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go on and babble off the mouth about a bunch of stuff nobody care about. But then at the same time, you could be quiet about stuff that you need to talk about. And that ain't a good balance. Trick with your own head. That ain't a good balance. So this is what Jupiter making you learn right now. Now, Saturn. Saturn and Sagittarius is also your opposite again. The way people build and structure in their life, what people are placing boundaries and restrictions and limits on and shit. Right now, you don't understand it. There's an opposition. Sometimes you want to just talk. Sometimes you need to understand it. You're trying to figure out what's taking so long for this person to text you back. You're trying to figure out what's taking this person so long to take you where you need to go. You sitting here trying to figure out what's taking this person so long to pay me back. You thinking about stuff right now. I'm thinking about a lot of shit right now. And it's all going in at one time. You thinking about where she was at last night. You thinking about why he broke and he just got paid. You thinking about a lot of stuff right now. See, you could be right or wrong, but you're in the right place. But see, with Saturn being in Sagittarius, woo, that's something you ain't understanding. So you gotta understand people gaining and building structure in their life completely opposite to the way you doing it. And they could be doing the same thing. But it's just no matter what, the way you're gonna see it is gonna be opposite. You're gonna be like, we're doing the same thing, but they're not doing it my way. Just because Saturn is in your opposite. You have no other way to look at it. So I say that to say this. Learn from people. Learn from people around you. Stop talking so much. Then when you get into the other situations where you feel like you need to stop talking, no. Stop letting everybody talk over you. You take over the conversation. If you're going to do this flip duality thing, do it now. This is the time to do it. Because this is when it's going to benefit you. This is when you're going to show people what you're about. And it's going to feel good after you do it. Because it's out the norm. And you don't usually rock like that. You usually want to do the opposite. When somebody want to talk about this, you usually want to talk about that. When somebody want to do this, you usually want to do that. Then create a mind game where you actually wanted to do what they wanted to do. You just wanted to see if they would take out the time to do what you want to do first. See, I understand that shit. But now ain't the time for that. Now is the time to do it the right way. When you want to be quiet, when you want to manipulate and shit like that, don't do it. You jump in these conversations. You take over the crowd. But when it's time for you to talk and shit like that, that's the time you don't do it. Because you're going to be able to see things you didn't even see before in those type of situations. Because you got your mouth closed. She don't know when you get paid. He don't know what time you go to work. She thought you was about to call her, but you didn't. She thought you always be going at these hours, but you home now. fuck people heads up the right way right now, not that manipulation ass way. Now, let's go. Let's see what's the other planet. You sun signs. Now, also for you sun signs, Geminis. Uranus is in Aries, retrograde. So we know off the bat you're gonna see a lot of opportunities. Anytime there's a sextile, that's opportunities. So you as a sun sign Gemini right now, you know you're gonna see a lot of doors open and close, and you're gonna see a lot of opportunities to do things that you didn't think you should do or things that you should be doing. But it's coming real fast at a rapid pace. And it's going to be opportunities based on uniqueness and originality. So if you're a creative ass Gemini right now, now's the time to show that shit. Now it's time to show that opportunity right now. Because you're going to see these opportunities. You're going to see all type of opportunities for people to see your uniqueness and originality. But don't start talking too much. Don't start telling everybody what the fuck is going on. Because you know why? Uranus is also rebellious and change. Rebellion and change. Anytime somebody come around, see somebody trying to change something, people gonna rebel against that. So you're gonna have opposers. Don't think shit gonna come overnight. Don't think shit gonna come easy. Be quiet. Be quiet. And show people all these things you've been thinking about all this time. You feel me? Now, Neptune in Pisces. This is a square. Another learning process. You're gonna see a lot of illusions. A lot of people probably gonna try to sell you dreams. You know what I'm saying? People gonna try to sell you dreams. Most creative dream you ever thought of before that you could be thinking about for years from now. You know what I'm saying? But you may not never see none of that shit in existence. Cause it's something to learn. It's something to learn from what people was telling you. It's something to learn from facades. It's starting time to learn from fake people. This is a square. Your sun sign is the way you act, your actions. And since this is Gemini, you air mutable. Neptune is in Pisces. That's water mutable. We know water is the emotions and the feelings. We know mutability is changing. Mutable is about changing, about adapting to what's going on in the surroundings. So Neptune loves being in that placement where creativity, dreams and illusions and imagination can adapt with collectiveness and everybody else. But see, what you got to understand, it's going to be a learning process for you. Because when it's time to communicate and think, you're going to be thrown upon with all these feelings. Or how other people going to be feeling about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Pisces being in Neptune. And that the feeling's going to create an illusion for air signs. It's going to create that illusion for your sun. To the point that the things you act and how you act and your actions and the role you think you're going down, you may not know what the fuck you're doing. So, you know, Neptune, just be real aware. Be real aware. And do less communicating and more listening to other people's communication. And you'll see where every motherfucker stand in your motherfucking life. Now, motherfucking Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto. Retrograde, Pluto in Capricorn. This is another in conjunction. So anytime there's in conjunction, it's a misunderstanding. So you don't even know what the fuck is going on when it comes to transforming your life or something happening in your life. You go through changes right now. You may be going through the worst change of your life right now and not even thinking about it like that because you don't even know what the fuck is going on. And by Pluto being in Capricorn, that's deep transformation when it comes to infrastructure. A person goes, how a person gains structure in one life, how a person take it step by step in order to reach where they gotta go. You don't give a fuck about none of that shit right now. You got a million ideas that none of them care about. You don't care about none of them actually being realized. Now, it's a misunderstanding because you could be a person that is on that. But see, the issue here is the way you go about doing it is going to be misunderstanding to the way it's actually done. So it's going to make you creative and original in how you get it done, if you get it done. But that's the thing, if you're going to get it done. Is you going to get it done? Yeah, you talk a good game, but is you going to get it done? That's the key. That's what Saturn challenging right now. That's what Pluto challenging. Yeah. it sound good, but is you gonna get it done? You know what I'm saying? But as far as, like I said, as far as y'all actions, people watching y'all right now. People watching y'all. You under a magnifying scope. A big ass HD Blu-ray magnifying scope. With the sun right now being in Virgo and your sun being in Gemini. So, and then the moon is in Sagittarius. So the way people feel and people's reactions already opposite. So you can either apply yourself or get applied. Now what I mean by that is, to apply yourself is to get with it or get ghost. To get applied is to not give a fuck about what's even going on around you and just do your own motherfucking thing until this motherfucking learning process transit past. No? Gemini Weekly Astrological Reading. Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure.